Hello and welcome to the CitrusTV studios. Syracuse 2-0 to start the season, and now coming up, Florida State, a formidable opponent inside the Carrier Dome. Owen, Valentine, Cameron, Macaulay, I'm No Eagle, and guys, Syracuse so far has seemingly known what its opponent was going to do before it happened, almost like the Oompa Loompas in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. What's been so successful for Syracuse so far?
You know, they've really been able to jump on top of their opponents. They've done an outstanding job at doing so, and I think, you know, depending on if they can pull that off again, they might be 3-0 after this week.
I think Eric Dungy's developed a really good rapport with his wide receivers, and that's been a huge aspect of it.
So, Florida State, we know that's a dominant program in the ACC. I don't think there's any secret about that. It's a national champion, consistent bowl team. So, what does Syracuse have to do in order to beat and dethrone this giant?
You know, my key to the game has got to be to stop Cam Akers. I mean, last week, Syracuse's run defense looked phenomenal. They kept the nation's Week 1 top rusher in Ryan Foles to only 50 yards, and I think that's going to be what they need to do to get this job done on Saturday. Last season, Cam Akers really destroyed the Syracuse team. 200-plus yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 seasons ago, a guy by the name of Dalvin Cook ran for over 225 yards and 4 touchdowns. So Florida State has historically destroyed Syracuse in the ground game, and if they're going to win on Saturday, they're going to have to shut down Cam Akers.
Yeah, that's a very good point. My key to the game is to go deep in this one because there is a clear matchup advantage between the wide receivers and the cornerbacks. Florida State doesn't have a cornerback playing in this game that's over 6 feet tall. And when you talk about Syracuse's wide receivers, you got Jamal Custis, Devin Butler, Ravion Pierce even. All those guys are big, and they're going to get a lot of one-on-one coverage. So there's a real opportunity to go downfield and get big chunk plays.
You see, this is why you can trust both of these guys. They do their homework week in and week out, and they've come prepared. So, Cameron, after doing all that homework, does Syracuse get it done?
After doing all that homework, I have an announcement. Pump the brakes on this one. I've got Florida State 31-28 in this game because we have to be real. Syracuse hasn't played anybody. Okay. They played a bad FBS team and an average FCS team. And I know there's matchup advantages. I know there's reasons that Florida State has kind of struggled. But Florida State running backs just turn into Barry Sanders whenever they play Syracuse. And Cam Akers, I should say, he's going to go off. The Syracuse run defense, it's all right, but it's not elite. And Florida State's going to get this win.
I've got to go against you. I think Syracuse gets the job done in somewhat blowout fashion. I've got them winning 41-24, and it's not because Florida State doesn't have the better recruits. It's not because they're not the superior program. I'm basing this strictly on an eye test right now. Syracuse looks outstanding, and Florida State simply doesn't. I think Syracuse is going to be able to jump on them early. I think they're going to score often, and I think they're going to run away with this game.
Hey, that's why we love sports. Split decision from these two, and that's all the time we have right here inside the CitrusTV studios on this web edition of Cuse Countdown. Can Syracuse make it 3-0 for the first time since 2015? Follow us at CitrusTV Sports on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and find out on game day from the Dome. Anyway, we're going to say so long from here. Owen, Valentine, Cameron, Macaulay, our entire Cuse Countdown crew. I'm No Eagle. We'll see you next time.